Hi, welcome to this video. In today's video, I'm going to look at a very interesting problem of International Mathematical Olympiad of 1985, which was suggested as a long list problem. Okay. The question: determine all f as a real number for all real numbers x, y. We have f of x plus y plus f of x minus y equal 2 times f of x multiplied by f of y. And also we have a second condition, the limit of f of x equal to 0 as x is approaching to infinity. Okay, let's get into the solution now. So we have f of x plus y plus f of x minus y equal 2 times f of x multiplied by f of y. Okay, so let's set x equal to y equal to p as a real numbers. Okay, so f of x, so f of 2p, okay, plus f of 0 equal 2 times f of p multiplied by f of p. That's mean 2f squared of p squared. Okay, since we have the limit f of x equal to 0, I'm going to apply the limits on both sides. So since we have this condition, the limit of f of x equal to 0 as x is going to plus infinity, so the same thing as p is going to infinity. So this one will be 0, this one will be 0, so the whole thing will be 0. Okay, so that's mean f of 0 equal to 0. Okay, now my equation become f of 2p equal to 2 times f of p squared. Okay, now I found the first equation. Okay, now let's move on to the next step. We found first equation, which is f of 2p equal 2 times f of p squared. Okay, I'm going to find another equation. Okay, let's set also x equal to p and y equal to minus p. Okay, to find the relationship between these numbers. Okay, so f of p minus f of p equal to f of 0. So f of p, by replacing x by p and y by minus p, I find f of 0 plus f of 2p, because x equal to p and minus y equal to minus p, which is 2p, equal to 2 times f of p squared. Okay, which is 2 times f of p multiplied by f of minus p. Okay, as you know, f of 0 equal to 0 as we found before. Okay, 0, so I will have f of 2p equal 2 times f of p multiplied by f of minus p. As we found f of 2p equal 2 times f of p squared, I'm going to replace it in the second equation. I will have 2 times f of p squared. Okay, now I'm going to simplify number 2 from both sides. Okay, I will have this one, I will have f of p multiplied by f of minus p equal to f of p squared. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring these two terms to the right side, okay, of equation. I will have f of p squared minus f of p multiplied by f of minus p, okay, equal to 0. So I'm going to factor f of p from both sides. F of p I will have f of p minus f of minus p, okay, equal to 0. So I got arrived here now. Let's bring this one at the top and continue with our problem. As you see here, we get found three equations. First equation, second equation. We found now third equation. Okay. So as you see here, you have two choices. The f of p may be equal to 0, or f of p not equal to 0. Okay. So you have two cases. Let's put case number 1. If f of p equal to 0, here if f of p different than 0, okay, there is a sum p as a real number, make f of p not equal to 0, okay. Now I'm going to suggest f of p not equal to 0, okay. What does it mean? So that's mean if I'm dividing this equation by f of p, that's mean I will have applicable inverse of this function, okay, because f of p not equal to 0. Let's suggest f of p by assumption, by hypothesis theorem. Let's put f of p not equal to 0. There is some number p, okay, as a real number. That's mean f of p not equal to 0. That's mean the term f of p minus f of minus p equal to 0, okay. That's mean f of p minus f of minus p equal to 0. This equivalent f of p equal to f of minus p, okay. So I will keep this equation. So now I'm going back to the original equation to set x equal to, let's go to the original equation by setting x. We have f of x plus y plus f of x minus y equal 2 times f of x multiplied by f of y. I'm going to put x equal to minus p and y equal to 0, okay. This implies f of minus p plus f of minus p, okay, equal to 2 times f of minus p multiplied by f of 0, okay. Since we know the f of 0 equal to 0, this term it will be 0, okay. So this implies f of minus p plus f of minus p equal to 2 times f of minus p, okay, equal to 0. So this means f of minus p equal to 0, okay. Since we have f of p equal to f of minus p, that's mean f of p equal to 0, okay. Now we found contradiction because we suggest f of p not equal to 0, okay. Now we found the contradiction. We found f of p equal to 0. That's mean f of p equal to 0. That's mean we have the constant function for f of x is f of x equal to 0 for all real numbers x, okay. This is a good place where I can stop. Thank you for watching. I will see you in next video. Bye.